Hi guys, I wanted to come on and share a video and something that I came across this week and a message I wanted to share. And that message is, your enemy's enemy are friends. And this came to my mind just this week, and the fact that your enemy's enemy are friends because of you, and they come together and they don't like each other, but the one thing that they have in common is that they don't like you, but they don't even like each other. And so you are the common ground that brings them together, even though they don't like each other, so that they can come together and have something in common to team up on you against. And you are that powerful that your enemy's enemy are friends because of you. And so they will try to team up and come together and commiserate and talk about you, gossip about you, slander, try to come up with all types of schemes and plots and plans to try to sabotage you and just to have commonality. It's really interesting because it really shows how much God is on your side and how powerful you are in God, because even your enemy's enemy become friends in order to come together and come against you. Because the truth is, guys, that they're so powerless and they're so they don't even have the power to come against you as a group. And it really shows how powerful you are in God, that your enemy's enemy become friend because of you in order to come and try to plot and scheme and try to find ways to trap you. And it's actually something I read in the Bible also this week. There was a scripture when Jesus went before Pilate and Herod, and it said that Jesus and Pilate and Herod hated each other until the day that Pilate sent Jesus to Herod in order to interrogate him. And it said from that day forward that they became friends. So I just wanted to come on here and say that, guys, this is something that is so interesting and intriguing, because you are so powerful in God. And so when these people come against you and they try to gang up against you, it's because they're really powerless. And not only are they powerless on their own, they're powerless as a group, because even though they try to come against you as a group, they're still not winning, and they still don't have the victory over you. And because God is with you, and they don't even like each other. So the fact that they come together and that they become friends because of you really shows really how powerful you are in God and how powerless they are. And the fact that they don't even like each other is ridiculous, because they come together and they find common ground because they both don't like you and they can't stand you. And so just keep on doing what you're doing and allow them to just get back and be frustrated, because believe it or not, these people are frustrated. They are stressed out. The people that try to frustrate you and stress you out and try to cause all types of drama and chaos in your life are really the ones that are stressed out, and they're really just upset about the fact that no matter how hard they try, they can't move you and they can't shake you. And it's really because God is on your side and he's with you. And when I read that scripture this week, and then I saw something else that just confirmed it, that Jesus went was sent to Pilate, and because he was Galilean, Pilate sent him to Herod. And it said that Herod and Pilate couldn't stand each other before that day. But after that day, that they actually became friends because of Jesus. And because they both couldn't stand Jesus. They were both trying to figure out ways what to do with him, because, you know, he was such a polarizing figure. And so when they do the same thing to you, don't be surprised, because they did it to Jesus. And just know that when your enemies come together, it's really because they're weak on their own. And even when they come together, they still can't figure out ways on how to trap you. Just know that it just really shows, and it proves, you know, that God is on your side, and that you are so powerful because of the Lord is on your side, and that there's nothing that these people can do. And even if they do have like their cheap thrills and they pull something off or whatever, know ultimately that it doesn't stop the destiny and the purposes and the plans of God on your life. Know that God is on your side, and just like they thought that they were having victory over Jesus, and, you know, when they were trying to trap him and they killed him, you know, they didn't know that, you know, God's plan was being fulfilled even through them, you know. And God will even use the wicked schemes of the enemy and the purposes and plans for our good, because all things work together for our good. So even if it does seem like these people have the upper hand, even if it does seem like these people are getting away with it, even if it does seem like they're getting off their cheap thrills, know that ultimately, in the end, God is God and God alone. And nobody is going to get a fast one over on the Lord. They might be able to get a fast one over on you temporarily with their petty selves, to be petty, and like I said, to get their cheap thrills. But ultimately, in the end, God wins. And your will, his will in your life, you will fulfill the will and the perfect plan of God in your life. And even if God uses them, you know, because he does use the enemy to fulfill his plans, even if he does use those people, those demons that want to be used of Satan to fulfill God's plan for your life, then he will use them. And in the end, you'll look back and you'll actually say thank you, because God works all things together for good. Just like when they thought they were trapping Jesus and they had, you know, Jesus dead and buried and in the grave. And they still weren't satisfied. They still wanted the body, right? They were still intimidated by him even after he's dead. So even if, God forbid, worst case scenario, they were to kill you, God says, do not be afraid of those who can kill the body, but be afraid of the one who can kill your body and cast your soul into hell. So ultimately, the bottom line, guys, is these guys, they never win. And that's their whole goal. Their whole goal is to have the upper hand. Their whole goal is to feel like they got one over on you, and they have the victory. But the truth is, they will never have the victory. They will never have the ultimate victory of God's purposes and plans for your life, even if they have it temporarily. So continue doing what you're doing, continue to be blessed, and know that these haters, let them hate, let them do what they're going to do, because they're being used by Satan, and ultimately at the end they lose and we win. So all right, guys, I will talk to you later. See you in the next video. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.